What is up, guys? Bruce Lear back at you again with yet another toy review. This time we have the Mcfarlane Toys Spawn action figure line, Gunslinger Spawn. Yes, from Mcfarlane. Love this. This is the Target exclusive Gunslinger Spawn. This is the one that comes with the rifle, the two pistols, that one's standard. And yeah, it was on the front here. I love this packaging. It's very unique. It kind of reminds me of it's basically an updated version of like those old clamshell packaging that Mcfarlane used to have like way back in the day. On the side it says Spawn. You see Gunslinger Spawn right over here. Awesome product shot. Not much more on this side. Ooh, I love that. Love that photo of Gunslinger right over there. There you go, all you Brickseek fans that are out there. That's for y'all. And yeah. So not much more when it comes to the packaging, guys. Let's just go ahead. We're going to crack this guy open. Alrighty, guys. Before we take a look at Gunslinger, we're going to get a look at his accessories. He does come with the typical Spawn base. We get this all the time with Mortal Kombat figures, with DC figures. It's your standard base, and it's nice to have, especially if you're a fan of posing or displaying your figures on bases. It's very cool. Get the rifle over here. I love this rifle, man. Nice detail. Look at that. You get a flaming skull right there. So cool. Kind of reminds me of like Ghost Rider. Very nice. Very good detail. Got the barrel right here. This is really cool, guys. I really dig this. He does have his twin pistols, his signature twin pistols that he always has with him. Very cool. Would have been nice to see him have some knives, some throwing knives, especially since he is skilled in like knives and, you know, pistols and stuff like that. But he primarily likes to use knives. That's what helps keep him alive. But I do like these are cool. And he comes with a sheath. And of course the rifle will fit in right with the sheath. There you go. Holy guacamole. Mcfarlane killed it with this figure, guys. The detail, everything. Oh my goodness. This does seem like a typical Western, like cowboy kind of Spawn. Even though we don't know too much about this Spawn, he was just recently introduced within Spawn Universe, and he does have his own comic series out right now. And I do have it right here for reference. I do have, this is Gunslinger #1. Really cool Spawn comic right here. Oh, man. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the details and everything, because this guy has a lot. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. The skull that's on the brim, I think that's what you call it, of this cap. The cape even has like some stitching and stuff on it. Dude, you could tell like love was put into this figure when designing this figure. I love the spike armband. It's very reminiscent of Spawn himself. These right here, these be careful with. They're not as sharp as, if you guys have the MK11 Spawn, they're not as sharp, but they're still a bit prickly. They're a bit softer. But still, be warned, guys. Don't want you to cut yourself. Look at that head sculpt. That's classic Spawn right there. And of course, you can't have the Spawn cape without these two little skulls. He has a signature, you know, Spawn logo. And I love the armband with the skulls around them. So cool, the detail. I think, is this supposed to be tape? I don't know what that's supposed to be, but yeah. He does not come with any interchangeable hands or anything. So both of his hands are just in this trigger pose. But it doesn't matter. It still looks good. I don't think this needed accessories or interchangeable hands anyways. And of course, here's his gun, his bullets around this holster. Also, another thing, guys, his hat is not removable. I wanted to point that out really quick. You cannot remove the hat. Forgot to say that. And he has a pouch. And both of these sheaths right here will house the guns. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, wow. pockets. I wish this knife was removable instead of it just being sculpted, because he does frequently use knives more than he uses guns, but not a big deal. His cowboy boots. It's kind of remind me of Woody's cowboy boots from Toy Story. The spikes. You got the spikes right here. You got the spurs at the heels. He does have spurs. And peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Very, very cool, man. Gosh. I love this figure. I'm geeking out over it. And yes, guys, you can just go ahead and put these into his sheaths right over here. They will fit in. They're just like your typical guns. So you can put both of them right here. You got one right here. You got one the other side right here. They do stick out as they're supposed to. And of course, he can hold it. You can't have Gunslinger spawn without holding his guns. So yeah. Yeah. Boom. There you go. Bang. It's awesome, dude. And one real quick thing I did want to show you guys. You can wrap the sheath around Spawn right over here. So it is a bit tricky though, because you got the cape and you also have the hat. Tall hat right here. So be careful with that, guys. You know, you do kind of have to finagle it around. You got to do that. So you got to put that around the cape. So got to be careful. These spikes can get in the way as well. Don't rush it, guys. Don't go too fast with it. Just take your time, because over time, this plastic right here, it may begin to have stress marks. It may fall off. I don't know, but yeah. And when you're done, there's Gunslinger Spawn with his sheath. Very cool. And the rifle does fit in his hand, by the way. So you can put him, you see these two little holes right here? Okay, so what you want to do first is you want to put the barrel right here. You want to put these 3 fingers in this hole, this 1 finger in the trigger hole. As best as you can, guys. It is a bit tricky. And yeah. Oh, okay, cool. There we go. Thank you, Jesus. And yeah, and there you go. And you can just put on right that. Yeah. There you go. And you can get them into some two-handed rifle poses. So, pew, 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 a pew. But yeah. Anyways, guys, this is pretty, as far as I can tell, this is pretty darn comic accurate. As you guys can tell in the Gunslinger Spawn comic, yeah, this is pretty accurate for the most part. You know, I think the pants were done in a darker color, as opposed to the way how it's drawn, it's a lighter color. And also, he is missing, I think, some pouches as well. So, you have some pouches right here. These are, I guess these are supposed to be red. Huh. So, that's kind of interesting. I don't know. We still don't know much about Gunslinger Spawn. He is a fairly new character. But either way, this is still really, really cool. Now, this is a Target exclusive. I don't know if the regular one will have basically the exact same detail, or I don't know if it's just going to be a straight up reissue of this Spawn and it's just going to come with a Gatling gun. But as is, I love this version with the rifle and everything. This, to me, is like a typical Western Spawn. This is how I would envision like Al Simmons or somebody if he died, I guess, in the 1800s. But yeah, still really, really cool. Now to go over Gunslinger's articulation. The head does not move up. This hat right here and also this collar part of the cape does hinder his head articulation. He can't move up. He moves down extremely good. He does have a lot of neck pivot. I noticed there's a lot of range of motion within the head here. And I know he could probably look back a bit further if it wasn't for the hat or if it wasn't for the collar. So that's a shame, but not a big deal. His torso articulation I do not like, so it doesn't go forward. It kind of goes back, but not by much. He does have upper torso swivel, and he also has a waist swivel. It is separate within 2 parts right here. You can kind of see it shifting, but not by much. So yeah, and shoulders move forward. They move 360 degrees, move outward. Bicep swivel. double jointed elbows. Oh, I didn't even see that one coming. So that's awesome. Okay, nothing within the glove. This piece right here, his arms do move 360 degrees. They do they hinge up and down? Okay, so no, I don't think they move up and down or anything. I think it's just solid. I think it just rotates, but not a big deal in my opinion. He does have the kind of DCUC-esque joints right here. They move outward, they move forward. He does have upper thigh swivel, very nice. Double jointed knees, very cool. No boot rotation. His feet do move down. They do move down a little bit. The spurs kind of get in the way, and so does his back part. Moves up very good amount. Toe articulation and ankle pivot. You cannot have a highly articulated figure without ankle pivot. So yeah, I'm going to get into some size comparisons, guys. Stay tuned. And here's Gunslinger Spawn standing next to our regular Spawn, Al Simmons. And yes, I did give him the Marvel Legends guns here. It's Al Simmons. He's a soldier. He's supposed to have guns. I don't know if I like the height difference between these two guys. I do have issue number 1. It does show what happened after Spawn's universe. If you haven't read Spawn's universe, please do. But here's Gunslinger and here's Al Simmons. I guess that's accurate. I don't know, guys. There's not a lot of references to see whether if Gunslinger Spawn is taller than Spawn. I don't know. You know, maybe if we get some better comic images. I know it depends on who draws both of these characters, so yeah. And here he is standing next to Malefic Spawn, and I'm just going to call this Medieval Spawn so we get an actual Medieval Spawn. So this is my current Medieval Spawn right now. Come on, he looks like something out of medieval times. And this is about the same height as the Al Simmons figure, so pretty cool, you know. Also, real quick, I want to see, I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and fit in these necroplasm effects that this Spawn came with. So, oh, wow. Okay, I actually kind of like this quite a lot. This is cool. And here he is right next to Redeemer over here, since this Spawn happens to run into angels quite a bit. And yeah, I like the height difference between these two guys. You know, I could see these guys going one-on-one, head-to-head in combat. I like that. This is pretty cool. And just for the heck of it, here's Superman. And wow, he's taller than Superman. Sure, why not? So overall, what more can I say about this figure? This is an amazing piece. I also really like that you can get Spawn into like that Indiana Jones, like tip of the hat type of motion with his fingers. Oh man, this is an amazing piece. Mcfarlane killed it with this figure. They knocked it out of the park. What more can I say? Pretty darn good articulation, great sculpt, great detail. Everything, the details are off the charts, the accessories, the weapons. What more can you ask for when it comes to a Gunslinger Spawn? So this is a Target exclusive. The Target exclusive does have the rifle. The regular one, like I said, will have a Gatling gun. And yeah, if you're interested, hunt them down at your local Target or just wait for the regular release. It's up to you. But yeah, that's going to just about do it for my review, guys. Do not sleep on it. Pick them up. And remember, grow older, grow wiser, get right, grow closer to God. Never be ashamed to be who you are, and never stop being a geek. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. This is Bruce Lear here, signing out. Your days are numbered, partner.